We'd like to invite all of our children to come forward for our children's time.
All right, guys, going ahead and come all. Thomas, Layden. All right, and can we make some space here for our friend? All right, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, how are we? Good, all right, excellent. All right, good job. All right, so someone remind me, what did we talk about last week? Who remembers? Connor? Very nice. We did talk about rules, all right? So we talked about this book right here, right? All right, it's a tiny book. I'm so glad you said that because who knows what this expression means? That all good things come in small packages. Ever heard that before? Yeah, maybe? All right, this kind of reminds me of this, all right? So it's a very small book, but boy, there's a lot of really good stuff in here, all right? And we talked last week about all the rules that we have at home and at school and sometimes at work can all be summed up into these 3 simple rules, right? Okay. So who remembers now, what were those 3 simple rules that John Wesley gave us? Do you remember any of them? I know it's been a week. Caitlin? All right, so Caitlin says we can't run in the halls, and that's true, all right? So which one would that relate to? Is this do no harm, do good, or stay in love with God? Where do you think that one fits in? Do no harm, you got it, all right. Someone else want to give me a different example? Lily, you're thinking about it. No, maybe not. All right, Maddie? Okay, very nice. Like, don't hurt anyone, don't hurt people. Emily?
This actually goes by running in the halls, by don't disturb people when you're upstairs.
All right, very good. So if you have a downstairs class, you want to be really quiet when you go through the hallways because you want to disturb the classes upstairs. Yeah?
In my school, we just have to not talk in the hallways. People don't fall at me often. And
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So all of those are really good examples of do no harm, right? Yes, sir.
Don't correct people while saying I would murder you or something.
Right, we don't want to say anything that's unkind or mean or hurtful, right? Okay, so here's a question for you. Is it easier to do no harm or is it easier to do good? And here's kind of the example I think most of you can relate to. So is it easier to not say anything mean or unkind to your brother or sister? Or is it easier to do something really kind and helpful for them? You think it's doing something kind of helpful that comes easier to you? Good for you, all right. Anyone think the other way? Yes, Finn says yes.
It's hard to do good.
Yeah, all right. Right, it's hard to do good, and I really like that answer. Do you mind if I share? Is that okay? All right. He says, you know, it's kind of hard to do good because the world sometimes can be kind of cruel. And sometimes when you do the right thing and when you do good, does everyone appreciate it? No. All right. Is that a reason to not do good? No. All right. So the second rule is that we do good, and it's a little more active, right? It requires a little bit more of us. Because I know for me it's a little harder to do good than to just not do something. All right. It's not hard. Well, Caitlin, then I think you're well on your way, so that's awesome. All right. All right, very good. So our second rule is that we're going to do good. So I know fall break's coming up. A lot of you, not everyone, but a lot of you I know won't see your friends, but you'll spend a lot of time probably with family and maybe, maybe some friends. So can we make a promise that we're going to try to do something good for someone else? Yes, all right. And in a lot of the reading that I did this week, doing something good's kind of broad, like what does that mean? So a really helpful thing that I found is actually the word helpful. We're going to try to help someone this week. We're going to do something kind for someone and really go out of our way to do that, okay? Because it's always the right thing to do. Yes? I know. Yeah, some of you just had fall break, some of us don't have fall break, and then some of you are going into fall break, all right? Yes? Good, I'm glad to hear that. All right, so if you're already doing kind things and you're doing it every day, then just keep doing it, all right? Awesome. All right, let's say a prayer together. Let's kind of get the wiggles out. All right, here we go. All right, put your hands together. All right, bow our heads. All right, dear God, give us eyes to see, ears to hear, mouths to speak, hands to give, and hearts to share all of your love with those around us this week. Amen. All right, you all have a wonderful week.